Players brought in, players kicked out, players on COVID lists, coaches with COVID. Raider Nation, what's up? Let's get into this.
Real talk.
So Raider Nation, great news. Camp is underway. That's right. We finally have a little bit of football back. We got some videos that have been popping up. We've got some pictures. We've got a lot of things that we've been seeing, and it's exciting because we can see the Raiders of 2020 in action. Obviously, it's just camp. They're not in pads yet. We're still in shorts and t-shirts, but it's still exciting to see some football content. We've been clamoring for it. We've been waiting for it. We've been hoping, praying, and wishing that we'd get something. We get a first look at our new look offense. You know, you got Josh Jacobs coming back. You got Darren Waller, Foster Moreau. We get a first look at our new look offense. We've got Josh Jacobs coming back. You've got Darren Waller. You've got Tyrell Williams. You've got a healthy Foster Moreau. You've got Jason Witten coming in. You've got a lot of help. But then also, we got the rookies. We got Brian Edwards. We got Henry Ruggs. We got Lynn Bowden Jr. We've got a lot of players that are going to come in and make an impact on this team. And I'm excited to see what these guys are going to do. I'm excited to see what this team is going to put out, because you see a lot of talk. You see a lot of things that have been said in the media. You see a lot of things that have been said on the team. You know, you've got Derek Carr, who's saying he's tired of being disrespected. And I don't think that he's tired of being disrespected by the team. I don't think he's being tired of disrespected by anybody in particular, but I think it's the media. I think you have the media, you've got some of the fan base that has been clamoring to move on from him, get a new quarterback, draft a new quarterback, bring a veteran in, clamoring for Marcus Mariota to start, which probably is not going to happen barring any injury or anything, knock on wood if you're with me. But this is a quote-unquote revenge tour for Carr. You know, Carr had a statistically good season. However, we did not finish the way that we wanted to at 7-9. Lost the last stretch of a couple games. Things didn't go the way that we wanted them to. We didn't want the last game in Oakland didn't end the way that we wanted it to. And now, a new stadium, starting fresh in Las Vegas, the Raiders have an opportunity to do something exciting. And I see a lot of excitement in this team, and I'm fired up about it because you see speed on defense, you see speed on offense, you see these guys working together through the offseason, these guys building that trust, building the continuity, building relationships that are going to make a quarterback comfortable with his receiver. They're going to make receivers comfortable to run these routes and know that your quarterback is going to throw you the ball. But what I'm most excited about, not even on the offensive side of the ball, but let's look at the defense. We got linebackers, yo. We got some linebackers. We got some dogs out there that can go after it and get at the ball. Now, we talk about COVID concerns, right? What are the COVID concerns? Obviously, we have a national pandemic. We have a worldwide pandemic that's been going on. We've been talking about this for months now. NBA came back, MLB came back. MLB is still seeing some cases. The NBA has been good because they're in a bubble, but what happens with the NFL? And what the NFL has done is they put in a very strict testing regimen. They put in a strict program to where they're testing, and if you test positive, you go home. And you come back, you test again. Until you get multiple tests that are negative, you can't come back. Recently, we had our starting defensive end, Max Crosby, test positive. Now, he has said that he's in good spirits. He said that he's feeling fine. He'll be back and better than ever. He also said that training camp setbacks are something that's sort of historical for him. Last year, if you remember, he broke his hand, and he came back and had a 10-sack season. Really more than that, but we'll get into that in another video. But to stress the severity of the disease and of what COVID is, Coach John Gruden had his assistant head coach and special teams coach, Rich Bisaccia, tell the team that John Gruden had COVID. And what he did, it wasn't to pull a prank, it wasn't to make a joke or make light of it, but what it was to do was to shed light on what the impact could have and that everybody needs to be ready. If Gruden goes down, then Bisaccia takes over, and he needs to be able to step up. If Carr goes down, Mariota comes in. If Jacobs goes down, we've got Jalen Richard and Lynn Bowden that are ready. So you need to be ready, and it's next man up mentality. And you look at the great teams in the NFL, the Patriots, the Saints, the Niners. It's all that next man up mentality. But what we look at is with teams, you want to have that continuity. You want to be able to build that. You want to be able to build upon something. And that's what we're seeing with the Raiders. Each year, these guys are getting better. Each year, we're putting in more playmakers. Each year, we're building this team the right way. And what we're building is a team that's going to have that next man up mentality, a team that's going to be able to thrive and move forward and keep going and pushing towards the playoffs and keep going and pushing towards the ultimate goal, which is raising another Lombardi. You know, the Raiders are on a quest for 4 right now. We're looking on that road to 4 to get us that next Lombardi. And I think that that's John Gruden's #1 goal. He didn't sign a 10-year contract just to sit back and win some games and make some money. He was making good money in the booth to begin with. What this team needs to do in their first year in Vegas, in their 3rd year in John Gruden's system, Derek Carr being the signal caller in the 3rd year, they need to take it up a million notches. I think that last year we saw some change, we saw some continuity, we saw some good things on offense, and then we fell in the red zone. You bring in a guy like Jason Witten who can mentor Foster Moreau, Darren Waller, and Derek Carrier. You know, you bring in some competition at running back for that 2nd and 3rd spot. You bring in a lot of competition at wide receiver. You get some guys that are comfortable out there with their quarterback and the different systems and the different schemes and going out there and working for the jump balls, doing all the things that we didn't do well last year. That way we can get better, because the areas that we really needed to succeed in was the red zone. And once we start succeeding in the red zone, a lot of things are going to change. You know, consistently, Carr's had about 20 to 25 touchdowns a season. We need to see that jump. I think the way that you're going to see that jump is you're going to see more consistency, more comfortability, and you're going to see more players going out and making plays. You know, notably, fans get upset about things, right? They get upset about throwaways on 3rd and 4th down. They get upset about not taking opportunities, not using the legs. What we saw with Carr is he started to use his legs a lot more last season, and he was able to pick up some first downs. I think this year he's going to be able to do it a little bit more. I think scrambling around, he's going to be able to get the ball to an open receiver a lot more because he has more continuity, more comfort with them than he did last year. I think that, you know, comfort is key. It's a key in everything, right? If you have a job and you've been at your job for 5, 6, 7 years, you're more comfortable with the same manager, the same system than if you were to start a new job and to do something completely different. So I get that, and I understand the fan aspect of it, the fan side of it. We just want to win. That's the Raider way, right? Just win, baby. And that's exactly what I think this Raider team is going to do. I'm excited about what they're going to do. I'm excited about what's coming. I'm excited about this new stadium that I don't get to go to because of COVID. Damn you, COVID! Yelling at a cloud right now. I feel like old man yells at a cloud. Raider Nation, what do you want to see? What do you expect from the Raiders this year? What are your expectations for this team? What are your expectations for Carr? What are your expectations for the receiving crew? What are your expectations for Gruden? Drop that in the comments. I want to see what you think. I want to see what you have to say. And also, while you're at it, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're sharing this video. Make sure you're sharing the channel. You're hitting the bell so you get notifications when I drop the new videos, because we got a lot of videos that are going to be coming out. I'm also going to be going live with Cody this weekend, so make sure you check us out at RaiderCody.com. Make sure you check out my website, KennyKingJr.com. That'll give you the links to everything that I do, social medias, YouTube, all my writing. So Raider Nation, thank you for your time. Thank you for checking it out. Until next time.